Hi, it's Dr. Somji from Nip Talk. We're going to be talking about everything in cosmetic surgery, from invasive procedures to non-invasive procedures, all the way through to skin treatments as well. You've asked your questions and I'm going to provide the answers. Stay tuned. So I have a question here. It says, what's one thing that I can do to my face to make it more feminine? I was born a male. What features make a face feminine? So this is a question I get asked a lot in my clinics to increase the femininity of the face. And we can start by starting at the top. So the first thing is the hairline. So you probably use me as an example because I've got a typical male hairline which comes in around the sides, around this area where we call like kind of the widow's peak. In a female, the hairline is a lot more rounded. So one of the things that we do at the clinic is lower the hairline and make it a lot more rounded, and it increases the femininity of this area. Also, making the forehead a little bit smaller also increases that feminine feel as well. As we come down, you can see that in my face, I've got a very kind of raised area just above my brow. This is called the superciliary arch. It's a lot more pronounced, it's a lot more masculine, and it's something that actually you can soften surgically by shaving down this area, shaving down the bone, but also non-surgically, I do commonly too, where actually we inject fillers within this area to make sure that we don't have a hump within this area and a dip, and it's a lot more rounded. And normally what I say to patients, if you want to take it one step further, you want a nice 12-degree angle in terms of the curvature of the forehead. As we come down, we actually look at the eyebrows. So a male brow is a lot more horizontal and a little bit more rugged. A female brow has a little bit of a lateral raise like this, and that increases the femininity of the area. As we come down to the eyes, again, a masculine eye is a lot more, can I say, rugged, and the side of the eye over here is also a lot more neutral. A feminine eye is a little bit lifted like this too. One of the easiest areas to increase the femininity of the face is the cheek area. So I always say to patients, let's look at the highest point of your cheek. So in a man, it tends to be over here. So this is the bit that's more raised. So the area where you almost have like a little mound. We don't want it to sit here. If you want to have a feminine face, this is my rule now, this is Dr. Somji's rule. I take an imaginary line between the tail of the brow and an imaginary line between the ear, and where it meets is actually the perfect, what I call the most feminine angle of the face. And we can actually inject some filler around this region and also lift this area to make sure you look a lot more feminine. Then, as we come closer down and lower down to the face, we can actually see the jawline. So a masculine jawline is a lot more well-defined and it's a lot more squarer. In a feminine individual, we want to make sure that this is a lot more slimmer and we get this nice kind of V shape that's sitting there, and also that oval shape that we characterize with a more feminine face. Finally, one of the things that denotes a little bit more femininity is also the lip area too. So if you've got a little bit more natural plumpness within the lip, if you're lacking a little bit of volume in there, it can sit very nicely with these proportions. So those are some of the few ways that you can use to feminize the face.